Hey guys, ZAMASU here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're going to be checking out LR Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku at 55%. I have been link leveling him a bit since I pulled him, so he's up to mostly 5s. Actually, you can see we've only got 1 at level 4, so midway to being fully link leveled here. And yeah, we're going to see how we can get on against Fusion ZAMASU. Now, I didn't have a great first turn. I'm running here on the double Boo duo, so they're one of his many 200% leads, because it was a team where I could run a few of his link partners. We could run units like God Goku, who's obviously always good in this stage, Bulma for the support, but we got double Boo duo and Bulma first turn. So as you can see, did lose a bit of HP, but we do have the Bulma support that is carrying over from the previous turn. So we've got 200k defense here at start of turn. I think, honestly, the best thing to do, I don't want to do this, because whilst we do give Goku the extra support, I'm fairly sure that AoE will just kill Vegeta if we do that. So I think what I need to do here, realistically, is we'll grab some orbs for Goku. He's getting his 18 key super, so that's all well and good. And then we need to get, ideally, we need to try and get the 6 orbs for Goku. So if I grab these... And then I think, realistically... Oh, wow, are you serious? Oh, it's, yeah, 2 lots of 5. Amazing. So I think, realistically, I want to see how much damage Goku takes. I mean, I guess we just have to jump back in, right? Because if I use the item here, Goku's obviously going to tank for double digits, because he has his own damage reduction in slot 1. But we just have to see what happens, right, in terms of the dodging from Goku. The GT duo obviously going to take a bit of damage from this. So he takes 95k. They take 300, geez. Well, bear in mind, of course, he takes that first hit. Him taking or dodging the first attack then gives him the 70% defense for 3 turns. So, obviously, the first hit is going to sting a little bit, and then we're going to get that big extra bump in defense. But let's go ahead and see if we can get another Boo duo here. It's got to be another one, right? Yep, there we go. Right. Let's see, can we get him on turn 1 this time? Oh, slot 7, and we've got Boo Duo and double Bulma again. Well, there you go. Gotta love the red zone. Limited attempts per day, eh? Amazing. If this event didn't have limited attempts per day, I literally would have just started the video with a rotation where we had Goku on turn 1 on like a relatively good rotation. But of course, the red zone, limited attempts per day. Who thought that was a good idea? I don't know. Absolutely terrible. The antithesis of bad design. The opposite of fun. Alright, so we have Goku on the second turn, but we have him with the LR Super Saiyan 4s and Bulma, which is a pretty good rotation. The only problem is this first rotation is terrible. So, yet again, an awful start here. And this is our attempt number 3 of the day. So not really ideal to be starting off in such a bad scenario. Right, the guest one does have more defense. I mean, I guess I don't really have much choice here but to do this. I want to at least get a certain amount of Goku, like, footage in the run, right? Like, I need Goku to do something. And risking getting to the next turn only to be on super low HP and then immediately die doesn't really serve my intended purpose very well, does it? So, use an item here. Of course, he's super in slot 1, so if we took the risk and didn't use an item, we would have just been immediately dead. But yeah, not exactly the greatest start here, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can bring it back. Obviously on the next turn, Goku having the item active is very beneficial for him. I mean, the thing is, we've talked about a lot over the last few months since these Dismal Future Red Zones came out, when the difficulty spike in these last few stages in particular, especially with AoEs from Fusion ZAMASU. Item usage early on to allow some of these top tier units that need to get a little bit of build up to really come into their own, I feel like is kind of becoming more so the norm, right? Because no item runs are still fun to do, but at the end of the day, like this Goku, especially as we saw from the previous turn, right? Like, he gets hit once and then he gets a massive defense buff. And he gets that defense buff for 3 turns. And then he gets a 4-turn defense stack on his 18 key super. So the first hit he has to take is obviously always going to be the most dangerous one. And if you're able to mitigate that damage by having an item active, I feel like with ZAMASU especially, one of the better strategies for him if you're having trouble beating the event with certain teams is just to use a Whis on turn 1, which gives you 2 turns of the protection, and then obviously have the second one saved for any particular rotation that might come up, or like, you know, when you get a bit further in and get to the physical Fusion ZAMASU, if you have a rotation that's looking a bit dicey, or maybe you have like a unit with a scouter effect and you know where the super's going to be, and you don't really have anyone fully poised to be able to take it, having that extra item spare is always going to be good, because red zone limiting you to only being able to bring 1 item, which obviously means you get the 2 uses of it, does have a pretty huge impact. The other funny thing is as well, having this rotation of 3 incredibly powerful physical units means we pretty much one-turned ZAMASU, which is not really what we want to do when we're trying to see how a specific unit performs against him, but I guess it is what it is. So we'll do this. We've got all of our links active except for prepared for battle. So we've got 182k start of turn, and then we're obviously going to get the buff from Bulma here. Goku's going to take the first hit. Obviously with the Whis we take double digits. Then we get the defensive buff from his passive. Everyone else takes double digits, of course, because of the Whis active. And then attack stat wise, turn 1 here. Oh, okay, we're going to eat the super now as well. Wonderful. Fortunately, we have our own damage reduction plus the Whis. So double digit damage. That's very good still. And then a 10 million attack. I mean, considering mine is 55%, I would say that that is pretty solid. We get the crit, because of course he has a 50% chance to crit built into his passive, as long as you're getting the 18 key super. So 50% chance to crit coming in clutch. And then we get the... I do still love their 18 key super with the giant dragon fist thing. That looks so good. But it does leave us in an interesting situation when you think about the... you know, we're going to get the... let's float you off. Actually, maybe I should do this, because you do get extra defense from being in slot 1. Yeah, I think we will... Yeah, we'll do this. So, you know, Goku needs to take 5 hits, which actually I didn't count the previous turn. We took 5 hits on that previous turn, right? Now, with Fusion ZAMASU, on that first attempt where we had Goku on the rotation and he died to the first hit, well, sorry, he took a lot of damage from the first hit. It was the GT duo died to the AoE. But in that slot, he was only being attacked 4 times. And I think this is going to be one of the problems with this Goku in some of these events that we got from the Worldwide Celebration that are a lot shorter, is if you're not getting 5 hits on his first turn, that means you're not getting his standby with Oob until, what, turn 5, and then you're not potentially seeing full power until turn 7. Which, considering how powerful some of the other units are on this team, the chances that we're going to get to turn 7 are relatively low, because we're either going to do so much damage that we've killed him by then, or the wrong unit on the team is going to take a super and we're going to die by then, right? So I'm also now very concerned because he hasn't supered. Oh. That the dodge animation, the dodge cut-in, I should say, where the face, like the cut-in flashes up, is so late on the Fusion ZAMASU super. Like, his fist is literally about to touch them and it comes up. So I was very concerned that Goku was going to get hit there, but that worked out very nicely for us, because the GT duo, they'll get a couple of supers off here, get a little bit of their damage reduction built up, and then they should be able to tank the normal at the end relatively well. 75k, I mean, that's still a lot, but we did get enough to get all of the all the standbys. Wow. So, I mean, I guess we should use this, right? So we'll go ahead, make sure the animations are on since it is Goku's video. Go ahead and get the exchange into Oob here. Now, Oob does become an absolute defensive wall in slot 1, because he gets 10% damage reduction per type orb obtained. So if you manage to get 10 type orbs, bear in mind that he is an orb changer. If you can get 10 type orbs, he literally cannot take damage, because he gets 100% damage reduction. And even if you're getting less than 10, you know, 3 orbs gives him guard. But yeah, we can literally get 12 orbs and only one of them is rainbow. So by picking up 11 type orbs, he now has 110% damage reduction. So pretty good. The only problem is going to be, I guess we will have to fuse. Have to fuse and go for the Gogeta potentially being able to counter a super if one comes our way. So we'll do this. I think what I'll do, we want to get back to the Goku turn. So I'm going to use the other Whis here because on this rotation, we obviously have Goku here in the Oob standby. Like, I don't need to show off what he's going to do on this turn. He's got 110% damage reduction, so he doesn't take damage, whether we use the item or not. The item is there to protect Gogeta and the Buu duo. And obviously remember that the other thing this guy does is all allies 3 ki and 70% defense for 2 turns. So we're going to have a significant defensive buff on the next turn for our other units as well. So go ahead and do this. I really want him to super Oob. I mean, it doesn't matter because we've got the Whis up now as well, but I really would love to see him super Oob because, like, the hardest hitting physical boss in the game. And then even without an item active, he would do double-digit damage to Oob, which is pretty funny. Hopefully we'll get that in, like, a future clip or something. But Gogeta with the action break on the 18 key super. I always forget that him and the blue, the gods when they go blue can do that because it's been a while since I've used them now. I mean, this unit can still go in the right circumstances, but otherwise it can be a little bit scary. Obviously, if you get the rainbow orbs with Gogeta, he's getting the damage reduction. I would like to believe in my heart of hearts that the attack that we action broke away from the rotation here from ZAMASU was the super attack, because I think even with a Whis active, I guess it depends how many supers they get here, but these guys could take a lot of damage. Like if they get 4 supers, okay, well, they didn't get supers, so it's fine. They didn't get anywhere near 4 supers, but their defense would at least get reasonably high. So I think we need to do this just in terms of like where the attacks are, like where the least attacks are, so we could potentially not get destroyed by a super. So we can get the orbs for Bulma. Yeah, we'll get the tech orbs. Keep her in slot 1 here, because we got the Whis active, so for the most part we should be safe. If I grab these for you guys, that enables us to still get all of these orbs for God Goku. Yeah, we can't get the physical ones. So we get all of these orbs for God Goku. And now we fully charged the standby. The only problem, of course, is on this rotation, we do still run a very high chance of actually just killing ZAMASU and not even getting to see full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is another downside to the unit, unfortunately, is a lot of the time, even if you do get lucky like we have on this run, and we got, you know, 5 hits on turn 1 for him, got the exchange, or sorry, the standby straight away on the next turn, and then even if we do get him out on the next turn, then he gets to super attack like once, kills the boss, and then that's the event over, and we got to see him super attack like 1 time. But as you can see, we're not even going to get to see that because we're going to finish off ZAMASU on this turn. There's almost no way we don't now, right? These guys are getting their crits, they're getting another super. God Goku still has to attack, and he got 6 orbs, so he's getting a guaranteed additional super. The chances of ZAMASU surviving this turn are very low, considering we didn't get the final super with them, which is good. But God Goku here, I mean, I guess if he doesn't crit on like both the supers, he's not going to kill. And then if we don't get the hidden potential, I suppose. But as you can see, that's the example that I'm talking about. Like, then he's got basically no health, and we've essentially won. And of course he crit. Don't additional again. Okay, good. Alright, so we are going to get to see Goku transform, but look at ZAMASU's HP. I mean... So we'll put the animation back on. Now, of course, the funny thing is, I'm going to put Goku in slot 1. And if ZAMASU super attacks, we will die. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Because I'm not sure what his start of turn defense is going to be here. We obviously have the Bulma support from the previous rotation as well. But, I mean, this isn't... Obviously, if we were just going for the win here, we just fire off the Big Bang Kamehameha with Gogeta, and then boom, we've won. So, see, he only has 245k defense. And he has 25% damage reduction in slot 1. And then after he's attacked, his damage reduction goes up to 50%. He gets 77% defense when he takes the first hit, or dodges it, which is good. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty risky, to be honest. I mean, I guess all we can really do is just go for it and see what happens. But there is a very high possibility that he just gets killed. So let's see. Don't super attack as the first attack of the turn. You absolute... I just wanted to see a normal attack. Well, 243. Oh, okay. 243. Oh, he ate that like a champ. Okay, never mind. Forget me. 243k, is that it? From the hardest hitting physical boss in the game. I'll take that. He's 55%. And he gets a guaranteed crit after he transforms, so he doesn't care that ZAMASU is physical. Damn. Alright, well. There you go. 243. That's really all he took from a slot 1 super. Damn. We had the Bulma support, but no support unit on the rotation. Yeesh, that is actually incredible. Am I wrong about his damage reduction? I'm going to have to double check this now, because his passive is worded in that he gets the extra damage reduction in slot 1 after attacking, so, or as the first attacker in the turn, which I believe means that he doesn't get it until he attacks. But then that can't be right, because how could he only take 250k when he had like 250k HP? Or is the Whis... No. Did I use the Whis on the previous turn? No, I didn't. I used it on the Oob turn. I'm actually, like, bro is flabbergasted meme over here. So let's see. Stand by. Full power Goku. 77% an additional damage reduction of 25% as the first attacker in a turn. So it should be when he attacks. He had 25% damage reduction as part of his base kit. We didn't get hit first, so we didn't get the extra defense proc, which would have obviously bumped his defense up a little bit from taking the first attack. So, yeah, I don't know. Dude's just an absolute legend. What can I say? So there you go. Full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, 55%, level 5 links. Very, very good against Fusion ZAMASU. Turn 1, obviously, is going to be the issue, right? If he takes a ton of attacks in slot 1 without an item active, it's going to be looking pretty bad for him. But, I mean, we couldn't have really asked for a better run than the second attempt there. Yeah, well, technically it was the third, right? Because we had a run where it was in slot 7 was the second attempt. But that was actually, honestly, really, really good. So I'm kind of surprised by that. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think of Goku down below. We're going to start doing a bunch of crazy videos of him. Obviously, we've got to get the ZAMASU one out of the way, because that's the big one everybody wants to see. But we're going to do some crazy stuff like running him with the limit breakers, doing the full Super Saiyan 4 teams, all that kind of stuff. So if there's any particular runs or team builds you want to see this Goku in, let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.